In your news, we are here talking about the serious problem of tsunamis. In our studio, we have here tsunami expert Luke Films, so we will pass it on to you, Mr. Films. Thank you, Justin. So, for those of you who do not know what a tsunami or a tidal wave is, it is a series of waves in a water body, generally an ocean or a large lake. We would like to know, what are the causes of the problem? Well, Justin, most tsunamis are caused by earthquakes. An earthquake occurs when a large area of the earth crust suddenly moves. When this happens, underwater big gaps may appear on the ocean floor. When water moves in to fill this gap, a tsunami is born. Tsunamis are also caused by an underwater landslide. Tsunamis can also occur from a volcanic eruption. Tsunamis can also occur very rarely from a meteor strike. From our tech department down at YouTube, we have a video of showing how tsunamis are born. Well, this is a great video, as you can see how it is made, but it does not show how a tsunami gets bigger, steeper, and faster at the same time. Luke, which is the main source that is causing these tsunamis? The source is the earthquake. The other factors happen, but they rarely cause tsunamis. Luke, do you know what the effects of tsunamis are? Of course, Justin. The effects of tsunamis are devastating. Tsunamis can destroy everything in its path, and I'm talking every single thing. Strong tsunamis usually lead to endless amounts of death. If any living thing is in the zone of a strong tsunami, chances are they will perish, and long-lasting physiological problems for the inhabitants of the region. Luke, what are the immediate and long-term effects on humans and on the environment? Well, Justin, the immediate effects are that we are still spending money to repair damages from tsunamis. And we also have many people that are depressed from a loss of a family member. For long-term effects, it could be deadly for our kids when they grow up. If earthquakes get stronger and produce massive tsunamis, it could flood any country or even a continent. I gotta tell you, that is very sad. Thank you, Luke. We'll get back to you soon. Now, we are going to pass it on to the studier of the Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami studier, Tyler. Justin, I really appreciate you letting me come in today. So, this 100 feet high wave sped across the Indian Ocean and devastated 11 coastal countries, including Indonesia, India, Sri Lanka, Thailand, and more, killing more than 230,000 people. I gotta ask you, how did people deal with this tragic event? Justin, at that time, mentally, physically, it was mentally tough. We were all devastated. The amount of lives lost were endless. Over 230,000 people died at this time. The whole world was scared. We were all praying for the lives lost in this event. My prayers still go out for all the people that could have still been living on this planet freely. Physically, it was tough. For all the countries, it costed 15 billion and even more to repair all the land. It took years to finish the repairs, and once people thought it was done, there was more. Our team has word that the countries have been making walls for the repair of another tsunami, but we think these little walls will do nothing compared to a massive tsunami. And apparently people have also made bunkers and secured rooms to store their items away in the event of a tsunami. Is that true? Tyler, what's your response to the steps people and the countries have made to fix this problem? Well, Justin, I can tell you that my response to the house bunkers and secured rooms are good for storing items and what you need. However, these little walls will do nothing. You need to build them even higher. It will cost more money, but money is not important as thousands of lives. Tyler, we have to ask you, is it even possible to stop a tsunami? Justin, unfortunately, no. This is why we need to prepare for a tsunami and evacuate every single person in the zone of a tsunami if one occurs. Tyler, we need to know, how many tsunamis hit the Earth every single year? Scientists have been adding them up over the years, and on average, 2 tsunamis hit the Earth every year. Tyler, everyone's asking me, how long before the next big tsunami hits Earth and devastates a country or even a continent? And that's not too easy to say, but on average, every 10 to 15 years, a big tsunami hits planet Earth. After a tsunami hits the place, what happens to all the land that was affected by the tsunami? Tsunamis can poison the mainland with a lot of salt, causing people to die of hunger and disease. After the tsunami is gone, every single thing that has been touched by a tsunami is 98% ruined. Tyler, where do tsunamis occur? Tsunamis most often occur in the Pacific Ocean and Indonesia because the Pacific Rim bordering the ocean has a large number of active submarine earthquake zones. However, tsunamis have also recently occurred in the Mediterranean Sea region and are expected to be in the Caribbean Sea as well. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Blevins. We really appreciate you coming in today. Now, let's pass it back on to Luke. Thank you, Justin. So, a lot of people ask me, what are the signs of a tsunami? Well, I can tell you 95% of the time there will be a warning and the country will usually be evacuated. However, if there is not, you can tell a tsunami is happening by the floor rumbling, and once you hear that and there is no assistance, then you need to get in your car and take whatever you need and head whichever direction is away from the water and get onto high ground as soon as possible. What would you do if the city has just been evacuated and the city's just been hit by a tsunami and you're all alone? You're in your house, the water is going crazy fast, and you have to leave your house or else you'll drown. And people survive by not trying to swim, as the current pulls you in the opposite direction. They rather you try and find a floating object and try and hold on and where it goes with the current movement. This could be a tree trunk or a piece of a building. Well, Mr. Films, as I said, thank you for coming and teaching us about the tsunami, how to evacuate, pretty much everything. You're a genius. In conclusion, tsunamis are a horrible thing that should not be taken as a joke. We need to prepare for a tsunami in this country because the way global warming is happening, tsunamis can hit anywhere and cause major problems. We need to protect us, our kids, and their kids. Mila News reporting on Channel 13. Thank you.